Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Kitty, bringing another Hypixel Skyblock video. I know I haven't made one of these in a while, but I'm getting back into it. So with the new end update, the new Enderman Slayer is extremely difficult. You need high stats and a lot of expensive items in order to kill it. Now, the way I found the easiest way to kill it is Mage. You need high damage to take out the mobs with a bunch of HP. Boom, Hyperion. You need to heal because you're very low and you're about to die. Boom, Floored Zombie Sword. You need to find a life because you spent the past 2 years playing thousands of hours into a pointless block game? Yeah, me too. So here's how my setup works. So I have my Hyperion here. There's probably some things I could do better on this, but for the most part, it's pretty good. And then I also have my Storm 3/4 Storm with Wither goggles. And then I also have the Sheep Pet in order to spawn the boss because it helps me save mana and gives me additional mana, and that way I don't run out when I actually do spawn the boss. And then I use the blue whale to actually fight the boss because it gives me much more HP and a bunch more defense, and I think overall it helps more than the mythic Enderman, and it helps so I can survive better, especially with this set having like almost no HP and defense, so I really need it in order to survive the boss. I also have all my talismans reforged to demonic because that is really helpful in getting more mana and being able to use more abilities. I also have a hurricane bow because it shoots a bunch of shots, 5 shots at once, and is super helpful for taking out the boss when it's like you have to hit it X amount of times before you can start dealing damage again, and this is super nice to have. Another great thing is the overflux. Now the overflux is so good. The 100% base mana regen, the 2.5% max HP per second health increase healing, and then also all heals increase by 5% and 25 strength. Although the strength isn't that useful, it is super good to have, and I die every time I don't have it. Without this, I would not be able to survive this boss. Now I'm going to be covering spawning the boss. Now basically what's going to happen is there's several groupings. One of them is right here, and basically I just use my Hyperion and I do 977k damage. That's enough to one-shot the 750,000 HP. I don't really like using the whatever this is, the Void Edge Katana. There's probably a better version of it, but it's just I'm not a big fan because I deal like no damage. And as you can see, I've already spawned the boss. There's a good grouping right here. There's a couple mobs that spawn up here. All the way down here, there's another great grouping along the back there. This is another great grouping. As you can see, there's a bunch right here. And then we also have two other good groupings. One is up here. There's a bunch of Endermen here that no one's killed yet. And then I think we go down one, and then right here is the other grouping where more Endermen will spawn. So for spawning the boss, normally what I do is I place my overflux down, and then I'll kill the mobs to spawn the boss. Now it'll always start with its phase where you use the hurricane bow, and you spam the hurricane bow, so that way you can keep dealing damage, and then you can use your Hyperion to just spam down. You only have to click like 7 or 8 times for me, but try to like understand what amount does 5 mil damage. This is only a tier 2 boss, and it's already dead. See, these are really easy to kill with the setup, although it is really expensive considering Hyperion costs 500 million plus coins, but it is so nice. I don't really like doing the tier 3s because they are extremely difficult, and even if I was able to do them, it would take some time because I do not have all the stuff and gear properly to kill those tier 3s, and I am nowhere close to being able to kill the tier 4s. They are absolutely insane. 300 million HP? No way. Another thing I'd like to mention is the difference between the purple void, or the whatever pink voidling extremists and the voidling fanatics. The fanatics are the ones that are 750 HP. They're super easy to kill, and the extremists, they're extremely hard. They're 8 million, and they only give the same number of kills as 4 of the other ones, so it's just not worth it considering for me I have to use like 8 Hyperion right clicks, and it just takes way too much mana, and it's a waste to kill those guys. So just keep killing these guys. If you can, try to group them up so you don't waste as much mana, and keep going around. And I'll show you guys typically what it looks like for me to spawn one of these. It's pretty quick, especially in, wow, this lobby is really inactive, like no one's here. Usually there's a person up here trying to do some bosses or something, and then I put the overflux down, and then I spawn the boss. And then for this boss, I'm actually going to show you guys what it's like if you lag, if you took a little longer on it. So basically I'm just gonna be like, oh no, I can't fight it. I'm not doing well. Oh, okay, and it'll bring out this beacon for the tier 2. And what you got to do is you got to run over to the beacon and just stand next to it and like run into it, and it will disappear. And as you can see, I'll do it one more time. You just have to pay attention to make sure you don't lose where the beacon is. Where is it? Is he gonna throw it? Do I have to like get him out of this? Are you gonna throw the beacon? No? Oh, there he goes. He threw it again. And then I just run into it. And then if you need to, the florid zombie sword to heal it back up, and then you kill him. There we go. We got more Twilight Arrow poisoning. That's nice. We can put that back onto the pile. And another great thing about this layer, it makes so much money. I make, I make millions per hour with these null spheres. Like each boss, I can check after this, but each boss spawns a lot, and it's always varying in price. It's gone a bit down from a little earlier, I think. Like earlier it was 15k, but it varies a lot, and there's a lot of people going after the new armor sets, the new minions, and a bunch of cool new items that come with it. As we can see here, the Enderman Tier 2 boss drops 9 to 18 of these null spheres. Now basically this means that for each one that I kill, I will be getting approximately 150k profit off of it, and it also varies depending on like which you get. You can also get some of these cool other drops like Twilight Arrow Poison, which isn't really worth that much. Summoning Eye, this is worth like 700k right now. I haven't gotten any of these because I haven't done the tier 3s and tier 4s yet because they're extremely challenging, but overall you get a bunch of money because a bunch of people are seeking after these null spheres because they want to craft some new recipes such as the Null Ovoid, which requires enchanted obsidian and 2 stacks of enchanted null spheres, and they also want to get Soul Flow, so the Soul Flow pile, which is used to store the Soul Flow, and then this is used for this, and it tells you how much you have in there. And then it's costs, what's that, 90 null spheres. And then there's also people are trying to get this lesser soul flow engine and the better soul flow engine, which require these null ovoids, which each cost 2 stacks of null spheres. So overall, a bunch of people are looking after these items, and they're super easy to get, and they make a lot of money, even if you're doing just tier 2s, which is what I'm doing. Although it is extremely difficult, I think that if you can do it, you really should. Overall, this new Enderman Slayer is extremely difficult. You need a lot of really expensive weapons, a lot of good gear, incredible stats just to manage to kill it. But overall, it makes a lot of money. It's worth a lot. The drops are so valuable because people are looking after them now, and I'll probably be grinding this for the next couple of days and enjoying it. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and then if you also want to turn on post notifications so you can get reminded every time I upload, that would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Peace out.